Hello everyone, welcome back to Frostpunk 2, and today we are playing the new DLC, Breach of Trust with New Edinburgh. Now, it has 3 chapters. I've only seen parts of the first chapter. I haven't gone to any of the others yet. But we are going to be playing it on Captain difficulty, and we're going to see how many people end up dying at the base of this volcano. Now, I have seen the intro, and I very much enjoy it, so we are going to kind of just let it play out. My ultimate goal is to try to do this death list, but I don't think it's going to happen the first time going in. First citizen. So I'm going to let this play, because it is good.
I had a dream, and it was magnificent. A city where hunger and cold were but a distant memory. For 30 years the dream came true. You were fed. You were warm, yet never happy. You had it all. I gave you all. Well, fate is a moody lad.
The bodies with the fishes.
I will leave you to take it into your own hands. I had a dream of ash, fire, and smoke. You running around like sheep, looking for a shelter, looking for your master. Aye, that won't be me.
So we already know what happened to the captain of this city. 1886, the world ends.
Evacuated. Thousands die. The survivors settle beside a dormant volcano, harnessing its endless warmth. They establish a colony, Aurora.
1888, whiteout years.
Its bountiful harvest becomes their lifeline. As years pass, a feud grows between colony and capital.
1901, warmth from the deep.
And enforces a truce.
Oh, so a captain sees his power then.
Is drawn from the depths. More fish is demanded from Aurora. Warm for 30 years, New Edinburgh is a miracle.
1927, the big rumble.
Abundance curdles. The ground roars. The captain is overthrown. His madness
1927.
ends.
Wait, what year are we at?
Aurora, still consumed by the old rust, declares independence. Today, New Edinburgh starves. The mountain groans. Through rumbling and despair, one steps forward. You.
It's always us. Why can't we just live in the city? Let someone else take over. We'll just live with the consequences. All right. Before being sworn in as first citizen, you must be approved by New Edinburgh's council. Okay, so it's basically the first vote. Decide on how to handle the rebellious colony. You'll have 1 year to honor your word. The other path will remain open. So you can either go to war and conquer Aurora, or you can promise to negotiate. We are going to go with the negotiation path for this start. And of course, even though it's captain difficulty, it's going to make sure that we just barely pass this because we've literally had no way to do anything. If you could fail this, that would be very funny. You are the first citizen. Secure a future for New Edinburgh one way or another. Oh yeah, it is the year 1927, July 1927, in fact. So so it is the year of the Great Rumble. So we have a couple of problems. First off, we have no food. Everyone is starving. We are going to die. Second off, at least for the moment until about week 40, we are actually wasting a lot of heat excessively. Like, this is a lot of heat, guys. Come on now. What's happening? So we're going to bring that under control. There's heat down here, too. Okay. We need to negotiate for food. We also have a seismic stress issue, which is basically going to cause tremors from the mountain. The more steam we use, the worse it gets. So for one, steam isn't free. It's actually costing us something extremely severe, which means we need to shut this down as much as we can. We do have some coal to utilize, which might be something we'll dip into as well here. But for now, we're going to kind of bring everything down to a livable state to maximize what we can hold on to here. We do have a food district and another one to activate, but they're not going to be enough to feed us. These are not going to last long, and because we're on captain difficulty, guess what? We don't have enough housing. We do start with some technologies like the dense housing block, but guess what we also don't have? We don't have prefabs. We don't have an industrial district. In fact, do we have any prefab income? 5 from the central district. Beautiful. Okay. Well, we need prefabs. We need the industrial district online. And you have nothing in it, so that's 120 prefabs right there. Oh, see, that's only 54 weeks. I was thinking of dismantling this now and building it back later. Maybe. That might be what we do. Dismantle it now, build it later. There is also... There'll be a special hub later in the game, to my knowledge. Oh, yeah, we have the barracks. You want an army? Congratulations. New Edinburgh can have an army to wage war with. War is now in Frostpunk. War is Frostpunk. See, I just want to do factories like before, and that's probably what I'm going to do. The salvaging factory especially. Just for a bit of both right away. In fact, we have some trust to splurge on. Oh, yes, you know what? I forgot to look over all the characters. We need to... Do we already have access to this? We do. Okay. There's been a bug where it doesn't always show up, but we have the Four Fingers who are a faction. If we repeal a law that was already enforced at the start of the game or demolish something that was present at start, they get happy. Our workforce requirement in extraction and in industrial districts is actually reduced for each level of fervor they have. So even though they are causing a lot of tension, they're also reducing our workforce demand, which is really good. They also have higher fervor, and you can't drop it by just playing nice with them. But I actually think that's really cool. We can increase their fervor with weapons? Oh. The brokers can be bribed to mediate and lower Aurora's defiance. And then the founders can be asked to starve themselves. Cool. I'm glad that someone is willing to starve for the sake of our future. How much do these cost to repair? 100 prefabs. Okay, so we are going to definitely dismantle this one then. Instead of spending 100 prefabs to repair it, I'm going to get 120 to fix it. And then we'll just have to rebuild it later when we need it. 2 sets of iron. There's more steam around here. There's some more food too, but not a lot. Okay. We also need to negotiate with Aurora. Rally point for your troops to the front. Well, we're not going to do that. The algae refinery controlled by Aurora. Attack with platoons for food. Cool. Let's not do that. Negotiations. So we can see here that they don't have coal, they have a limited supply of goods, and then it's materials and food. Obviously, they have a lot of food. Do up to 50,000 each way? Well, we have 50,000 coal, so we could technically negotiate. If we're willing to take the risk, we could... What, do half of our coal? We have no material stockpile, no food. That would at least give us an immediate solution. It takes 5 weeks. So we needed to negotiate immediately because otherwise we're not going to have food soon. Okay, well the only other thing I can think of doing is raise funds. Oh, see, that's going to knock them too low. And then let's rush the research so we can get that done a little faster. And then we are going to just let things tick on until these are dismantled. I can't do anything until then. Despite the old rust with Aurora, everyone in the city is dreaming of having a steady food supply once again. Oh, I see. Old rust is like a form of beef. Oh, yes, I forgot to mention we also have a bit of a periodic election cycle. And you know what? We actually haven't fully adjusted our fuel situation. I think we're going to take it a step further. Ooh, no, see, you guys are keeping each other warm. Okay, so we're going to have to leave it like that then. In that case, leave this on, but... Oh, see, if we use the coal... How many weeks can I buy us? 3 weeks? Okay, we'll burn a little coal to buy ourselves some time then. Just a little bit of time. So let's obviously repair this because we need goods. We'll grab the prefabs from here because we need them, obviously. Then where is coal? There's coal here. Coal there. There's only 2 spots for coal. Okay. Okay. All right. We're gonna die. That's just it. I'm just saying it now. We're going to die. Just pack it up and get ready to suffer. Actually, you know what? I don't want to use these fully. Let's dismantle one of those as well. That would give us a lot more to work with. And I think if we go out here, I can have it set up for the iron veins as well. Yes. Let's do that. We're going to have to wait for that to build up from there. If we get, what, 1 housing block, we need 2 housing blocks to actually make that work. Okay. 2 housing blocks would solve the housing shortage, because I think all of these are fully expanded already, right? No, 2 of them are, 2 of them aren't. So let's expand you, because I can actually increase your warmth with proximity. And the same to you, but that requires prefabs, which we are working on already. I don't want to dismantle the other generator just yet. A troubling message from our negotiators, the Aurora. Aurora keens are weak points. If we do nothing, they gain strength. Gain defiance if we accuse them, or we can bribe the servants, and they'll get flogged by their masters. Bribe servants were flogged in Aurora Master's colony, loses credibility and strength. Oh, so, like, I win either way. Yeah, sure. That'll make the negotiations easier then. I mean, we're waiting on the negotiations to be finalized. But it seems like you kind of win either way as long as you're willing to hand over the heat stamps. Let's dismantle this, but keep the main building. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. They accepted it. A good trade. First negotiations with Aurora were successful. Aurora has granted us 50 weeks to... 50 weeks is a long time to fulfill your end of the deal. Which, I mean, I'm not against, but that's a long time. And then... Do we get the food immediately, or do we have to wait for it to arrive? Probably gonna take it a minute to tick. There it is. I guess it takes about a week to tick it. Conclude.
Our food stocks have increased.
Our food stocks have increased. Subsequent tremors will strike. Many will be killed or injured. We must build emergency shelters. Okay. That's what I thought. Nothing appears to be missing. I probably should read into those even more, but I realized how long we were just sitting here staring at the screen, and I'm like, oh god, we gotta get a move on. So the problem is that our food will run out in 14 weeks. Excellent work. You know what? These food stocks aren't going to last long. Let's just leave that to chili. That'll save us on fuel a bit. And we probably want to rely a little bit on coal here. 300,000 in 249 weeks? Okay. So we have to get an economy going, while also preparing for tremors in 30 weeks. Fantastic. Okay. We're going to die, and I do mean that. Like, this is going to fail at some point. We have coal that we can grab for a time. I guess we could, turn materials into coal as well later? I also need to build at least 1 more research institute, because I think we're just running with 1 right now, right? Yeah, we're at 70%. That's way too slow. Do we have... We have heating hubs. Heating hubs, they do eat heat. I haven't used them in quite a while. I actually couldn't recall. So let's focus on this over here. You know, I would actually like to build the industrial district right here. Or at least build a new one there. That'd be pretty helpful. 47 weeks. We really should get the iron set up as well then, because it seems like we're going to need that desperately. Whew, it's only been 8 weeks into the game. Can you feel the pressure? I certainly can. Well, we have positive housing at least. Oh! You know what? I know I'm getting... I probably got screamed at some point. Totally forgot to go exploring. I've just thrown 9 weeks of exploration away because I forgot to go explore. Silly me. One of the most important things you could do in the game, but I just didn't go do it. Fantastic. Heat utilization might be something to grab pretty early here, but I need the emergency shelter hub now. Oh, it's weird. It's in city instead of hubs, even though it's a hub. Oh well. I'm not complaining. Get it built there, I guess. We really do need to get another extraction district going now. How much of this is just getting utilized? A lot of it. Okay, what laws could we change over at the start? I actually would like to pass family apprenticeship here. Governance instead of rule. That's great. Resource use restrictions. Ooh, that sounds good, but that also sounds like it's going to make people angry over time, and eventually people will get really upset. Prefabs are good, but I would like to switch to heat pipe watch. Because then that's an entire segment of heat that we can just deal with. So, because that'll be a whole level in the housing districts for heat that I don't have to worry about. So we can try to not burn too much coal and not use too much steam, since steam is what's ticking up the issue. Oh, I love how we have Scottish accents for this too. Absolutely delightful. 5,000 food, small chance some sent to... Oh, okay. If there's a chance people will die, I can't really do it then, because then... Well, look, we have a mortality counter. I don't think I need to say anything else. We are in some deep negatives right now. You know what? I know we just built this to get more of that going, but what we actually need is prefabs. Oh boy, yeah, on second thought, let's dismantle this too. Yes, let's just shutter them for now, because that does save us on money. Or heat. Heat may as well be money, though. Pardon the forgotten gallows birds. Oh, right, we have political prisoners from Aurora. We can keep them in prison. We can use them as leverage with, like, generates defiance, or we can pardon them. Let's lower their defiance. The fingers won't like that. But their defiance is pretty low, so they'll probably be willing to negotiate more often than not. Increase by offering desirable resources, increase by colony defiance accommodating. Oh, I see. So the first negotiation is much more likely to succeed, but after that, it is more of a touch and go balance. They might agree, they might not. Okay, we can explore elsewhere again now. We can find more people, as if people is not an issue already. Probably would have been better to build the sawmill, but I saw it's only going to last like 50 weeks there, and I'm trying to deal with it elsewhere instead. This is already empty, so we can dismantle that. We might build a new one right here instead. And I see there's a little more food there, so we're going to open that up for later. We do have a lot of disease issue, though. Okay, so they accepted it? Okay, that's good. Which is fine, because we're starting to mine coal now, and hopefully we can use it. It'll give us, like, a couple weeks of food. The amount of food demand we have is really high. Out of steam. Concern over the destruction of our geothermal plants. Demolishing geothermal extraction will reduce tremor danger, but many miss the easy source of heat. Promise to build more. Stand by your decision. Oh, the brokers don't like it. Okay, we can just vow to not dismantle more. I already dismantled 2 out of 3. We can leave the last one standing. Which was kind of in line within the decision to begin with anyway. God, we need so many goods. I was thinking we could just trade with the goods, but that doesn't look like it's going to happen at this rate. Ooh, not good, not good. I might need to drop more of these to Chile. No, disease is already severe and growing. Squalor, hunger. Chemical additives. We need to repeal that law probably next and then get infectious disease badges dealt with. Can we modify this district a little, actually? Okay, that number's weird. It was giving me weird information there when I was looking at it. That didn't really make sense to me at first, so I got really confused.
Our food stocks have increased.
I feel like the food stocks haven't increased that much, but yeah. And now we can start employing no access to resource. Oh my god, I didn't read that. I thought that had food to use too. No, it's just been empty. I could have dismantled it at the start of the game. Ay, ay, ay. That would have made things a little easier. I wouldn't have had to worry about it. Would have made things a lot easier. That is going to put us in a bit of a deficit for that. I mean, this would give us some free food, which we could use. Disease is marginally increased. And let's switch to foraged additives real quick. It's pretty easy to pass. The fingers will be happier with us because we got rid of a law that was in force. And at least a tiny bit of food is going to be met by foraged additives, but it's not even a tenth of our demand. That really is just plugging the gap, so to speak, and hoping it'll be enough. Even while we know it won't be. No, as long as it's low enough. Okay, there we go. 300. Yeah, I wish I had dismantled that one sooner. God damn. I need your heat stamps. Thank you. Wow, you're very accommodating. Wow, you're all so accommodating. Thank you. Okay. So how much what is the highest you can get? Is it adequate or is it ample? It looks like ample to me. In fact, I might need to readjust this area again. How many do you need for ample? 6? You need 6 coverage? Oh. Okay. See, that might be an issue then. Because I think unless they are under ample coverage, people can die. And I think it might have to be every district in the end. That'll be a lot. Let's worry about what we can cover. Because how long do these take to build? I actually don't even know. I don't even think it tells me. Because I have 11 weeks before the Rumble. So, you know, if I don't do them now, people die. Let's do that, but then let's also slightly adjust this here. We are really trying to play with it, so to speak. I can't... Oh, it costs 50 prefabs to adjust. Wow, you really have to make sure you're using it well then. I haven't done adjustments in so long, or at least when I have been doing them, I had so much wealth, resource-wise, I just didn't notice. Yeah, it turns out it costs money to move things. Who would have guessed? Heat utilization would be good as well. We'd have to rely on heat less. Standard shifts, that doesn't really help us here. Boundaries are good. Charcoal plants we can make use out of. What about maintenance duty? All do maintenance would be pretty helpful here. I need to pass infectious disease badges next, though. Remnant of a madman's legacy, the old captain's legacy. 30,000 goods, but the founders get upset. Or we leave it alone. I think... God, what is it? The four fingers are kind of the most dangerous, right? What if we do tear it down, upset the founders, but let's then immediately try... Well, I guess it won't matter because they're going to consume them right away, right? I was going to say, what if we try to send 10,000 to them in exchange for 20,000 food, maybe? It's going to deplete quickly, though, which is the issue, but we have to do something. Carry on. Sheltered camp. We really can't take more people in right now. More people means more goods, but... well, more work. A lot of these areas are hills, so we can't really explore just yet. I really need items to explore with, or research. Oh yeah, we don't have the prefabs already. It's only going to be adequate if adequate might help. With nothing left to pillage, people keep going to the captain's mansion to vent some anger. Oh, cool. It's like an actual thing. Oh, you can zoom in on it? Oh, that's really cool. I love that. Captain had his own mansion and everything and didn't bother to share. What a rude man. Okay, so we're just waiting. Cool. I'm gonna starve while we wait in that case. Nope, we're not taking them in. 2 cores. Planes with coal. So let's take the cores then. And then I guess we just wait from there. Tremors will kill far few people. Yeah, could they just kill no one, please? That'd be nice. God, I kind of want to dismantle this district and actually move it into the other geothermal zone. The problem is that that's where I invested my stuff. Okay. Trade proposal accepted. Okay, so far so good. They've been accepting each and every one, which is great because I have, like, no food. We basically have no food all the time. Don't like how the noise is growing. It's, a little concerning, you could say. Okay, let's go ahead and pass infectious badge next before they, get upset with us here. Recovery hospital. Family apprenticeship, that's fine. I wanted to pass that later for more workforce because we don't have a lot of people.
The boats are in. The measure passes.
That's gonna bring disease back down at least and make the issue a little less tenuous. These other 10 can't really explore right now because it's all hills. If we could get the other one built, I don't have the resources for that. We have a tremor in 4 weeks.
Attention, citizens. A new law is in effect.
Okay, see, that's not a lot of coverage, and I'm a little worried about that. Oh, but I have to give up heat if I want to cover it properly. Okay. Sorry, does that say 10? There's 10 zones here. That doesn't feel quite right to me, but okay. So that's what, adequate? Okay. So let's do this. Yeah, there we go. I know that's eating up prefabs that I don't really have the use for, but I'm trying to get all of our housing to be safe at least. Because if the housing is safe, then maybe no one will die. Someone's probably gonna die anyway, but you know, we'll try at least. Tremor imminent. Yay. Is it time to go home yet? We haven't really played that far into the game and I'm already a bit too scared. I don't have enough materials. I bet people are gonna die and that we have to cover every single district amply and that the current amount I have just isn't enough. Okay, that's ample as well. So that's what, 1, 2, 4 districts that are not covered. Chili does not make you sick. Oh, I'm sorry, it doesn't get you killed. It's just... I might use that to our advantage for now to save on coal here. Uh-oh. Pretty sure that's the tremor. Oh, right on the housing districts. How could we have known? Of course it would target the place where people live. Because the game hates us. Thanks to our full emergency shelter coverage, no one died in the tremor. Yes! So it looks like it's only... Oh, damn, that noise. So it looks like as long as the tremor, as the districts that get hit have full coverage, no one will die. That also means we got lucky. Unless it always... I think it's going to target your housing districts over here first to introduce you to, hey, this is what the tremors do. Good luck, and then it's just gonna leave. So, it looks like they will still cause damage, though. 100 prefabs. So you need to constantly be producing prefabs at an accelerated rate, or else you will never have enough. Okay. Okay, good to know. Let's get the housing districts fixed before people start dying of being cold. Because that will really rust my gears. Brokers! Buds! I really don't want to give you heat stamps. But I need all due maintenance to pass to reduce the material cost by like 15 per district that uses it.
The boats are in.
Doesn't sound like a lot, but we're almost stable on our materials now, so at least means squalor isn't going to grow anymore. Let's see. I'm going to let that run out in 11 weeks. Okay. Okay. Right, Aurora's Defiance is actually too low. Primitive furnace. I don't know if I would call it primitive, but sure. We have food for 2 more weeks. Excellent. I see we are doing fantastic. Now you see why I'm trying to conserve our coal as a form of trade. Because, oh my god, I don't have anything else to work with here. Okay, people got cold over there, but cold is fine. Cold is something we can work with. Being alive is definitely better. Oh, you're just a regular pumping? I can't dismantle that one. I was about to say, let's dismantle this one, and I just realized if I do that, the brokers are going to come for my head. And that's not even a joke or an exaggeration. They will come for my head pretty quickly here. So is this a coal mine, or is this just collapsed in a rock wall, terrifying scene to our scouts? Eerily well preserved, lies none other than Sawney McKillen, one of the exiles from old Edinburgh, and more infamously, a cannibal. Beside him are the remains of 2 families he devoured just before the whole caravan finally spotted the volcano where New Edinburgh now stands. So we can either carve him into a real grave so he can rot proper, or leave them as a dark fairy tale. We'll leave that there for now. We'll decide later. 15,000 coal. We'll explore there. Take the coal. I can use that for the upcoming negotiations. I think that's obviously got a coal mine, so I really need to explore that. But exploring that means I need to invest into logistics further. Boy. Okay, good. They're still agreeing so far. It says moderate chance, so I'm waiting for RNG to come around and beat us over the head with its stick. But as long as it's just that, we can withstand chilly weather. Oh my god, there's a lot of coal here. I need to invest in the coal mining. Oh, we can't already use the coal mine. I just never paid attention. It is the dust coal mine, so that is going to have a bit of a side problem there, but oh well. I don't think I really need the money right now, but I'm checking anyway. I would like to generate more heat. What I really need to do is the chilly districts, yeah. We're about to warm up, so it'll be fine for now. You know what? Let's do that. It's going to burn a bit of coal, but that's buying us 5 more weeks before the next tremor, and that is probably going to be a difference between people living and dying. Heat utilization and housing installation would both go really well here. The research time is the issue. We have too many things we need to do and not enough time to do it. I might actually go for the regular foundry to avoid the silica's illness here. Maybe. Work compensation, efficiency bonuses. A hospital would help, but so would dutiful youth? Maybe. Medical hubs are good, but they take a lot of materials, you know. Let's grab heat utilization. It's cheap, it's easy, and it will save us a couple of points here and there, which is at least better than nothing. And then this is disabled now, so we'll just dismantle that. So what we could do, it's a little risky, but what we could do is set up a trade deal in advance. We know that we don't have... Oh. The success chance is dropping. I think it's because... Yeah, they have a scarce amount of goods now, limited amount of coal. So I really need to start making goods at some point here. How far off are we on that? Very far off. So one of these is still going to have to produce prefabs for us here. There's another coal mine we can set up later on. But what we should probably do is prepare for this right here. Try to get it as close to this as I can, but I think I'm going to have to build another one. 85,000 out of 300,000. We're doing fine. Now, they could counter our offer, but let's see if I can just get that to work. We're just going to propose it ahead of time, so if something doesn't go right with it... I thought I heard something. I did hear something. Without adequate food supplies, your chances of re-election will decline. You can use the city ability free rations. Oh. Oh. Yippee! Food running out. All sources depleted in 11 weeks. Yippee! We get to play actual politics in the sense that they vote us out. They really loved that thing they had going with the rallying factory workers. Wait, what does that do? Oh! Industrial districts and buildings is greatly increased. Ooh. While they're happy. Really? Oh, that's a 50% boost? Ooh. Ooh, we like 50%. 50% is efficient. That is something we really like. Okay, in that case, I might... As long as that's running, I think I can switch this. That's only 15 a week. But it ensures I probably won't have to ask them for more money and I can keep them happy. We need to pass family apprenticeship next, and then we need to very much consider a logistics research, probably. I want to get that way station, but we have to guard everything first from the tremors. And I have to build at least, what, 3 more? Okay. Okay. Captain difficulty, everyone. Captain difficulty. We're gonna just let that run out in 3 weeks, and then we'll deal with it. And there is nowhere else we can explore, right? Okay. Let's just leave people where they're at for now. Is illness dropping? It's growing. Yep. Should have seen that one coming. Okay, let's pass family apprenticeship then. It looks like it would probably pass, but I want to see if there's a negotiation I can do anyway that I want to do. Granted, Jenda's a little risky. No, we'll let it pass. It's just because if I can do promises, everyone kind of gets a little happier if we succeed in them. Gives us a little more room, but in this case, there isn't anything I can kind of squeeze my way out of there. Oh, I see. This is ticking down. I saw this dropping, and I thought we were just losing approval as time went on. No, that's just ticking down. Gee, I'm sitting here thinking like I'm bleeding support every second.
A new rule enters into force.
Ooh, that was good. See, that's going to create more disease, and we already have too much disease. It's already growing. So the next thing we do has to be to counteract disease in some manner, because otherwise it is just going to kill us. As I go to almost build yet another one. Jesus Christ. So what are they going to say here? They accepted that one as well. It was on the lower end because I wasn't sure when we'd have the coal. But we'll do that, and then we'll just start another agreement right away, because we're gaining how much per day? 299. 20 weeks it'd be filled up, so we could probably wait a week, because we have to. Because it takes a week. Calm the quakes. We dug too deep. The fault beneath us is unstable. No matter how much we reduce our steam extraction, more tremors are inevitable. Excuse me. Apparently the sickness is getting to me as well. So we can construct stabilizer hubs to reduce seismic stress. Greatly increases squalor. We could try to build one. It's 400 prefabs and a steam core. Is that like 600 for construction and then it's just its activity? Okay, that's not bad. We can work with that. That is something we can work with. Survivalist headquarters, I kind of want to build, but I think that's what, adequate, and then we could probably expand it. I don't need to build another one there then. That's good. It's very good. Of course, let's dismantle this. And are you expanded yet? You are. You are not. What if I need to disable this here? If we build it right here, it's going to have ample coverage right away. Let's do that. We are going to migrate this over so that I don't have to build another hub there just yet. Just to save on the prefabs. We'll probably have to build another one later anyway, but I need to be building around those as best as I can. Because that's probably the safest method here. Yes, so you're already at adequate. I just need you to be ample. There we go. Okay, that's good. Very good, very good. Are you already considered ample? You are, so we can just... Ooh, trying to see where all the coverage is and where I can use it still. Do that. We're gonna want to build at least one of those. So the next thing has to be something regarding heat. Or, not heat, Jesus. Where am I reading? It has to be something about health. It's either hospitals or the medical hub. Hospitals I can build, but I have to build a new spot for. But this would get us to the law that reduces them as well. I kind of want teaching hospitals for the research. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I need to deal with this in some way. Buildings-wise, everything is expanded now, right? Yes. So that is a slight problem. I could get rid of the prison, but I feel like the game's going to beat me over the head somehow if I do that. Like, something is just going to hit me from behind if I do that. Do need to be making prefabs again. Because we stopped doing that. You didn't notice. Okay, that's still exploring. Is that the council then? Yes. Still so many laws to pass. We still need a goods law passed, actually, and I would very much prefer to reduce our goods demand per capita. That would mean a little less... it would mean a little less income, but it is something we could utilize. It's not doing any of the responsibility laws or the governance laws yet. I mean, our pop growth is going to go up regardless, right? So maybe productive outsiders for more workers. Let's get durable goods. Let's negotiate with the founders. Or maybe the brokers? Heat auctions. They both want me to pass a law. You know what, sir? I'm not intending for anyone to die, but I guess, you know, in the unlikely event someone dies. God, I feel like I'm really hamstringing myself here by refusing to let anyone die. That doesn't cut it by much, but it does cut it a bit, at least. I'm still thrown off by the UI changes they did. I don't mind them too much, but squalor and disease being together and then hunger and crime being together is really throwing me for a loop because it's not what my brain thinks should be there. It's like my brain's telling me something's wrong with my game. When in reality, it's exactly how they wish for it to be. Did we... We couldn't negotiate, that's right. I was going to say, did we ever negotiate with them? So let's... How much are we earning? 55 weeks? Yeah, that's fine. That way I can get like a, just kind of a buffer of food for a bit. The Valkyrie's battlefield, that sounds terrifying. 2 steam cores, bonfire camp. What is this? The multi-machine. Oh, good, more coal. I have 20 people to explore with. Let's maybe go for one of the hills that actually has... Oh, heavy weapons. Cool. Maybe not that. Well, actually, we have the coal mine for a long while. We probably don't need the coal mine. I think food would be more important. Although I think the areas around Aurora would be more about targeting Aurora itself. So let's explore the hills. It will... Now, people will get injured, but injuries aren't death, which is acceptable. So, I mean, I could actually build the little building we need for it, though. I just don't want to. We have, what, 20 weeks for the next tremor? Ample shelter coverage. I want to see, do I want it right here, or... Well, I guess just build it there for now. We're probably not going to build anything else next to it except other bits and pieces here. How long is this now? A little over 400 weeks is fine. Let's save our money then. Let's actually save up for the fault stabilization in that case. Although I think I can switch this back to making regular goods to squeeze out a little more money so I don't, you know, have to make anyone angry with me here. It's what, 400 is what we said, right? Yeah. So I think switch that. We're actually making a surplus of goods now. We'll see what they have to say to us here. Counter offer has been proposed. Expect an offer and reply in 10 weeks. Oh, wow. What are these terms? Oh, okay. So we can actually adjust it, though. I do not want to send them any of that. They must really need... Okay, what about... How about this? Man, they really want goods, actually. I know it says it's scarce, and that's why. Like, they really want goods. What if I offer you this, then? I know it's not my favor, but I don't have the goods stockpile yet, and I need something to work here. And I can't really last too long. Keep the highest possible level of support to win the vote and win the vote and retain your office as first citizen. Renewed mandate. Elections will be held in the upcoming months. If you lose, that is the end. Avoid requesting funds unless absolutely needed. God, I wonder why. We could do consented treatment. That's more of a moderate law. I actually prefer experimental treatment, but the event could kill people, so we're gonna do conservative treatment to get it under control instead. God, do I really want to build another house right now and a tremor's about to hit? Not really. But that means I'd have to, what, remove one of the research institutes? We lose 30% of our research. I don't like that either. I think we'll just wait. We'll just wait it out. Okay, everything's covered at least, so no one's going to die. So, that's nice. And then once I get disease under control, we'll expand our production. Okay, good. They accepted it. So, we just need to wait for coal to finish stockpiling in 6 days. And then a week for it to arrive. So basically in 2 weeks. How long do I have on that vote? 29 weeks, so I could do another law before then. And that will probably be efficiency. I would like efficiency. Efficiency is good. But we're about to run out of workers again. So let's do this. Negotiate for, I guess, heat auctions, just because it's something I can afford to do. This might fail, because it only won over a small portion. The founders really don't like me right now. Yeah, it's gonna fail. Oh, no, it... Ooh, by 2 votes. By 2 votes, it did not fail. Okay. So now my next 2 laws are basically decided at that point. Which is good, because I actually do need more workers to get this job done. I need to stabilize the fault soon. Actually, you know what? Ooh, wait. Do I have enough time for that one? 25 weeks, I have enough time for that one. Let's not do another research that'll cause a law, because I'm going to have way too many laws stacked on each other after that then, if I do that. Exploring more would be good. But maybe we get housing installation now that we actually have prefabs at a good rate. Could upgrade the generator. Could upgrade the generator. That would be smart. We'd be able to get more out of it. But I think let's do housing installation because we're getting back-to-back temp drops next. It is full. Good. So that will arrive in a week. So it does get colder. It is going to eat into our coal of it here. But I am going to heat the homes. Partially because we have the incoming election. Also partially because disease is going to grow from the cold. And I need to at least slow that down a bit here. Good, more people. We had just barely enough room for that. Make sure we're stockpiling resources for the inevitable tremor, I guess. Yeah, we'll build that, and we'll see if that helps at all. It might allow us to use more steam if we hit the minimum, actually. Also, really should do that next negotiation, because how long will this take? 36 weeks? And that's going up way too slow. I love how the chance is none because of the negotiation. Maybe we increase the frequency a little bit here and give them some of this. That might work. Yeah, that'll work. It'll take at least 5 weeks for it to get to them anyway. I've got too many promises, so we just have to hope it passes and solves disease. Okay, good. So far, the council hasn't shot us in the back yet. Disease is diminishing now, which means... Well, I want to build the salvage factory, but I have to consider the fact that we're about to get smacked in the face by a tremor here. Tremors will still strike, but with much less in frequency, much harm will be spared. Oh, that did actually slow it down a little. Okay. So what are we looking at right now if I were to actually increase this? It's still rising slowly, so I think maybe I can afford to now use a bit more steam by using the stabilizer for the other bit. And that means we can heat everything up and still get a good deal of coal. Yeah, there we go. We're still going to have the tremor. It's still rising gradually. There's like a minimum amount that will happen no matter what we do. We can't really prevent it or stop it. It's just going to happen. Nope, we decided we wouldn't do those laws right now. Goods factories would be nice. Pharmaceuticals, I can't build on yet. A lot of these are not very helpful right now. Logistics Bay, we don't really have the people though, do we? Not really. We don't really have the... Yeah, the stabilizer hub is using 600 people. That's a lot. Maybe we get Pathfinder scouts, which is a law. Which is a law. I am just shooting myself in the foot endlessly here. My God. Just research the Skyways. just research the Skyways. At least then I'll stop clicking on things for a short time. Oh, the food causes disease. The disease will last for a time, but we'd be back at notable disease. A tremor imminent. No, let's not eat out of the poisoned can. And I do mean that as literally as I can.
You are not
451 lives saved by emergency shelters. I wanted to listen to what he's saying, but I need to get these repaired now because that just took all of our materials offline. I love that they use the whiteout siren, which basically is the city siren at this point. I love that they use it for this. It's fantastic. The maddened herd, insufficient. What do you mean, insufficient? Wait, wait, what do you mean? Wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. We have enough shelters for everyone, though. What do you mean 17 people died? The game even says that we meet the needs. Okay, well, you know what? The game says mortality is stable and that no one died, so I'm just going to assume that no one died because the game is tricking itself. But it did also rob me of workers, so I hate it. How many more workers did it add? 50? It doubled it, basically. Do I have enough coal to send? No, because the tremor took it all offline. There we go. Oh, right, a lot of them are injured from the operations, yeah. Okay, now we can switch these back over to goods production. Deepening fear of starvation hurts relations. Oh, well, yeah, I guess there is a lack of food right now, isn't there? Oh, yeah, our materials just dropped massively, huh? They were doing fine, but not anymore. Uh-oh. I've made a deal I can't fulfill. Don't worry, we'll solve it. I think it's the new building we built ate a bunch of materials up. That's the issue. Look, there was also no death bell, I would like to mention, so we are going to work with the assumption that no one died. And that the event was just lying to us and that it's a bug. That is meant to usually fire because usually someone would die in most cases.
The delegates have reached a decision. A new law takes hold.
Oh, that's why there's fears of starvation. Yeah, what is eating up all of this? It can't be just the shelter hubs, right? They're modified down. Mainly that, really. If I turn one of these off... I need, what, 10,000 is what I agreed to? Or did I agree to 15? I agreed to 15. Eek. Oh, no. Okay, well, let's just temporarily turn those off then and fill this up quickly, so no one starves for long. If only we had oil, I could just make materials out of thin air then. That would go pretty well now, wouldn't it? Let's research the regular foundry, because evidently we're going to need more materials here. Thankfully, it fills up fast. Yep, hold the vote. 72-4, we're good. And actually, 72-4 and 0 hesitant means, or 0 opposed means no one was immediately against it.
The proposed law has been approved.
Hey, we actually won our term with more support than the last term. This also means we do 2-year terms, judging by the number. Very cool. It's gonna take another week for it to get here, so we are probably gonna go to notable. Do I not have enough coal? No. Okay, well, we'll have to fix that as well later. It's definitely because we're starting to use more of the coal for our own heating needs. Oh god, just employing this a little. Oh wow, look at how much time I could save between tremors. What? Oh yeah, this is eating up 70 and making a lot of squalor. But it is buying us 11 weeks. Okay. Keep it off temporarily. Or how much time do you buy me? 2 weeks when you're on when this is running? Oh, I don't like that. I don't like any of this. Because now the foundry feels like a bad idea. But considering how close we are to being out of materials, it's probably a good idea. Yeah, let them build it. We'll find a solution. In fact, you know what? I can rush researchers now that I don't have to worry about trust for a little bit here. And we have a bit of time before the next tremor. So let's go ahead and build up the housing a little bit here with its heat. Oh, good. We have enough food for 9 weeks. All that effort for 9 weeks of survival. We found some coal to use at least. That just has people. That has coal, which I guess we'll go find. How long do we have? 9 weeks? Okay, we have time to at least act on it. Okay, that is going to buy us time. And normally I would just let the next day come over and just not micromanage this. But we're going to micromanage it because I am going to die if I don't micromanage, as you have seen. 94 more workforce. I need more workers. I need more everything. Do we have we have beautiful youth, right? No, we don't. Right. Okay. Okay. Can I give you guns? That sounds like a terrible idea. It did increase them to overwhelming. It did. But you know what? That did reduce our workforce need, I think, because I have 500. I wasn't paying it. I should have paid attention when I gave them that point. Letting them be overwhelming is probably not a good idea either. But on the other hand, it is kind of funny. Okay, I need more goods, but I don't want more disease. Which means, of course, more research. We definitely have enough room for that kind of research. See, 60 goods would help. Let's get Dutiful Youth because it'll give us more workers. And then maybe we'll start opening up this vein of coal here. I'm not going to build it immediately because I've got a tremor in 25 weeks and I don't really have the workers. But I do have to think about another housing district at some point. We could bring more people in and that would help too. But considering my entire situation is I don't have food and I'm going to starve, bringing in more people doesn't really seem like a good thing. Okay, yeah, see, they do eventually run out. They're at scarce coal now. So maybe I can do this kind of agreement? Because how long do we have? 18 weeks. Especially now that we're saving a little bit on some space. God, Squalor is still growing. Cool. Sorry, I think one of them just mentioned something about a warm gun, probably because we gave out the guns. I don't know what they're doing with the guns, and I don't intend to find out what they're doing with the guns. As long as no one's ending up dead, I don't care what they're doing with the guns. Yeah, no, you know what? I'm just gonna spin the wheel here. Well, there's enough hesitant people, and we have a good... Yep, I hear clapping. We're fine. Oh, not clapping, but I thought I heard something. God, that was way closer than it should have been. Okay. Dust coal mine, salvaging factory, dense housing blocks. Well, yeah. That's just how it be. Okay, research done. And now we do something else. Logistics space would help, but again, I don't have people. Maintenance hubs? Honestly, at this point, I need to do the emergency medical hubs. Actually, wait, no. Before we do that, we need to address the Squalor issue. Counter proposal. How bad is it? See, I don't like that they want goods because I can't... I mean, I understand why they want goods, but I can't make goods. Okay, what if look, I'll give you extra coal for the food. I know they'll agree to it, so I'm not worried because I'm out of food again, so I need to just give that to them at this point. And even start kind of making areas chilly. Okay, yeah, if I move that, they die. Good to know. Good to know. If I move it, people will die. Okay. Now I just need 5 weeks for it to fill all the way up. So we are going to dismantle one of the research institutes now to get rid of the Squalor issue. Squalor will reduce illness. We could actually get the waste purposing facility instead. Actually, yeah, wait, don't dismantle that. Don't dismantle that. We can get some more materials out of that at least and get something. If we bump everything up a level, it's a bit much. We'll at least leave these to be chilly to save on coal. Yeah, because then I don't have coal now, Jesus. So now I'm going to have to start stressing the mountain a little more. In fact, I need to stress it a lot right now, even though I don't want to. Because I need the stockpile to fill up. Actually, I have a better idea I'm going to act on really quickly here. That'll make this easier. Did want to get paid essentials at some point. We are going to fire up the overdrive until the next temperature increase.
The measure passes.
That is going to allow me to save on fuel in this trying time. It also bumped these up all the way to warm, so we'll really be able to save on it. I am going to let these areas stay chilly. And so are you. Because then I can get this filled in just a couple weeks. Hopefully before starvation goes beyond minor. We got the lower pass, which is way up here. Lower pass, way up here, I know. How much coal is it? 15,000? Let's leave it for now, actually. We're going to leave the coal up there for the moment. Let's grab this, the coal here, because that should be a coal mine, judging by what's on the map. And then are we full? There we are. I'm glad Aurora gives you like 50 weeks to get this done. Oh, it's 48 short. But I am very much glad they give you so much time to get it done, because yikes. The amount we need to get. Okay, we have 17 weeks. We'll have full coal again in 42 weeks, so maybe we just do this tactic a second time. Well, no, let's wait a little bit, because right now it's limited instead of scarce. Deepening fear of starvation hurts relations. Yeah, I know. And then paid essentials. Such as food, you know, we did have to trade for this. It didn't come cheap. Oh god, I thought we'd be through this easily by now. A captain difficulty really comes to stay. I don't like that you're upset.
Attention, citizens.
I know why, but I don't like that you're upset.
Is in effect.
I can gather weaponry from them. You know, I just gave you the guns. Can I have them back? I'm sure that won't end poorly. Whatever makes you think it would.
A tremor is underway. Seek out your nearest tremor safety coordinator.
$289 lives saved. There's only 2 districts this time instead of 3. Okay. That's good. Waste purposing facility. How many cores do we have some cores to grab. Let's go ahead and work on upgrading the generator next, because I need to get more efficient with what we're using. We have 34 weeks till the next tremor. What's happened? Little nails. Whites reported children in emergency cells falling into chronic uncontrollable hysteria. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It would be very scary. Each tremor will increase tension. Medicate the children. Invest in childcare. Emergency shelters will cost 1 heat stamp a week. Okay. Sure. Sure. Why not? Okay, that's going to give us 40 materials back at least. But more importantly, that kills squalor, which should help kill disease, without us actually having to rip out our research institutes, considering the urgency at which we need them. I think we could actually go ahead and work on the next next area over here. I need to build a new housing district. I just noticed. You're just going to have to be one that eats up a lot of heat, I guess. Yeah. You're just going to have to need extra babysitting with the heat system. That's just going to have to be how it is. Okay, turn that off. I actually have excess steam, so let's warm these up a little and then maybe drop you a little. Actually, no. If we have an excess capacity for steam right now, what we should do is drop our usage of steam to buy more time. The less often the tremors happen, the better. Oh, right. We should probably negotiate now. We have 3 weeks of food, and it's going to take 5 weeks just to negotiate. But yeah, by waiting them out, coal became scarce again. And so now they're much more likely to agree. $2,000 more people live with us. I don't want to see what our negative is at. I just hope no one dies from freezing. Okay, so all the laws are in force. Resource use restrictions would be nice, but maybe we actually just sit on the council here this time, in case I need it for something. Okay, don't do that. Oh, it's going to insulate the district no matter what. I was going to say I kind of need a expansion there. Swear if some random bloke dies from the cold because they've been around for 2 weeks, I'm gonna be very upset. Yeah, see, that's what scares me. The unhoused tick just happened. It's like letting me know the next time someone's just gonna die. 2 weeks. Good trade, good trade. Meager coal mine. Well, at least it's something. 279 injured during exploration. Okay, we'll build that for now because I don't have the prefabs. I'm just going to keep one of these on prefabs at this point because I'm burning through prefabs as an accelerated rate. They agreed to the deal, so all I have to do is wait this out. Okay, 50,000 food. It's going to help at least a little bit. I love how it's like I get 50,000 food. It lasts 20 weeks. It's like, god damn it. Oh, it literally lasts 19 more weeks. Jesus Christ. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Sure. What if we do housing applications? Yeah, that'll get us a little more housing. I won't need to build more for a while. And although it's risky, I am gonna ask for money because I don't have goods right now with what I'm doing. To spend them wisely. Yeah, sure. I'm gonna buy a new Lamborghini when they come out in 50,000 years. What's a Lamborghini? Anyway, we're at least mining out a lot more coal now, so I think we're gonna buy ourselves a little more tremor time here. Yeah, so the downside here is that we're gonna be eating up a lot more coal that we could be using for trade, but now I've got 50 weeks before the next tremor hits, which is a lot more time not rebuilding everything. And then, since we're using coal right now, we're just going to switch you to coal efficiency. And then I guess we need to get disease under control because it is still pretty notable, so I will finally start burning the coal to do that. Crime exists now, which I have to take seriously or else people will end up dead in the streets. The isolation prison's been helping. That's probably why we haven't had the issue in so long. Let's... Because we're almost... We need, what, 45,000 for the goal? So I could do this proposal. And then we hit the goal. Because we are on a timer for that goal, in case you don't recall. I don't like what I just saw. That was a giant circle event, which means something happened. Sorry. Every time it says they hate moderation, I can't help but chuckle at it. It's like, okay, dude, sure. Oh, they poisoned my drink. I'm okay, folks. Oh no, altering the deal. First citizen, claiming that their food stockpiles are running thin, Aurora came forward with a new proposal. How about we cede you some of our fishing grounds for a price? They're demanding one of our generators' thermal hulls, which they want to use to amp up their furnace. That would cripple our generator's output, but on the other hand, we would permanently increase our food supply. Aurora offers control over parts of their city in exchange for parts of our generator. Holy shit. Sorry for the curse there, but we're talking about one of the two thermal hulls. Well, I assume with the generator being a lot larger, it's much more massive. And we have to hold a vote for it. Oh, can we not negotiate? Wait. Can we not... Can we still... I can't negotiate. Uh-oh. So we have 12 weeks before I starve to death. If I call an emergency session, I lose support. But this is an emergency. It's a governance law. It's a governance law and I just upset everyone? Oh no. Oh, the Four Fingers are for this law? Really? Oh yeah, they're the only ones for it. They're not opposing it, at least. But I can't pass it right now. Which is a little irritating, so... Okay. I say a little irritating. It's more about the fact that I don't want to starve to death. Okay, in that case, let's just grab advanced housing installation for the research focus. God, it's 400 keyed stamps. I knew it'd be expensive, but God, they're running me through the ringer over here. Okay, that gets us some of our trust back, but everyone is kind of neutral. I'm glad the Four Fingers are actually mostly on board with this, though. I actually have less support now. I have less than when I started this. I might have to go bribe people. We're gonna have to bribe people. Okay. Alright, time to go on a bribing spree. Which, I don't even know how we're gonna do that, but, you know. Yeah, have some guns. What could go wrong? I need your vote in the next council. Would you like some guns? Okay, they're for it, so that should make this a bit easier to pass now, right? I should have waited the 10 weeks. I should not have done the emergency law. That was unwise in the long run. Okay, there we go. With a bit of bribery with guns, we got it. Oh, making it a rule law instead of a regular law, it makes sense, but ouch. Decide if you can afford to lower its output to make the process safer. Risk of casualties. I hate this game. Once the generator has been dismantled, its efficiency will be permanently reduced. Okay, well, can you at least tell me the danger? 20 weeks. So I should do it now before it gets colder, is what you're saying. Okay. Use heat homes on brokers. Well, we're going to do that a lot later. Trust falls significantly, but you need to do this or else your trust can't go up. Okay, game. So, my problem now is it cold? Is the output low enough or is it too high? Take mini fish generator to be severely weakened. Okay, well, can I overdrive while we're doing this? Which sounds stupid when I say it out loud, but whatever. We are gonna have to let some areas freeze, I guess. I think it's better to just let you freeze, yeah. Not you, you'll die if that happens. Because I don't know how low it needs to be to avoid people dying. I'm running it at basically the minimum level. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. People have, opinions. I mean, for good reason. It's currently freezing right now. Did we ever research? We never did research it, did we? Because I decided to never do it. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Tension is rising thanks to the disease. Well, in 17 weeks, we'll have advanced housing installation. By then, I'll be thrown out of office. I just remembered. We're gonna run out of food shortly. Like, you know, that poisoned food is looking really good right about now, if I may be honest with you here. In fact, what if we just turned you off? Yeah. Yeah, just turn you off for a little bit here. Because, I just realized I'm not gonna have any food. I have an election in 30 weeks. How many prefabs are we making? Not enough, evidently. So, how do we survive not starving?
We are calling you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. We don't. I just die. Disease got so much worse because everyone's freezing to death. Can I... will turning this off help at all? On disease? Yes, actually. Causes no death thanks to... Okay, I heard the death bell, and I was really scared. Because we've come this far. Although, if food scarcity gets too large, we will also die. So, you know, like, no pressure or anything. But we're kind of on a timer here. Tick-tock. So, okay, so right now we're at that point where people will get injured, but it's low enough to where they won't die, is what the game is telling me here. Okay, okay. It's done. Missing thermal hull mode. Reduced heat output from all types. Oh, does it get rid of the upgrade too? Ooh. Or is it just bugged out now and it has no idea? Dismantled generator. God, that sounds scary when you read it like that. Okay, there we go. Those are all livable now. And then do we do negotiation? I have no food. Ship the thermal hull. Where do I do that? Is that at the central district then? Is that at the logistics district? 30. I need 30 Frostland teams for this. Well, that would have been nice to know before I shot myself in the foot and didn't have it. Because I only have, what, 20 at most? Ugh. Okay, well, I'll think of something, I guess. I'll think of something. You know what? I could probably reduce the output over here, right? Yeah. Not that it helps me a lot there. It's just kind of trying to find solutions in a haystack of disappointment. Oh, I swear if I die to the food scarcity during this, that's gonna suck. I have to also emergency shelter that place. Please don't let anyone die. I better get an emergency food shipment the second that generator part reaches them. Several weeks? I mean, I expected that, but like, where's the food? So if you're not quick enough, you'll just starve to death anyway. Why is the whiteout music playing? I know the situation is severe, but come on, man. I feel like I'm gonna die. I mean, I guess that's just been this the whole game, huh?
Hear us first, citizen.
I'm gonna have starvation deaths, aren't I? Regain access to Aurora. We're so back. Do I get food immediately, or am I dead? Like, is the deathless run part of this just done for? I guess we'll find out, won't we? Welcome back to Aurora. Granted a portion of control over a portion of Aurora. All it needs now is an official name. Emberpool, sure, why not? I think we're about to lose anyway. Aurora's heat claim. Turn on the shared furnace in Aurora Emberpool. Independent colony. Oh, wow. I can't get food from them at all anymore, but I can still negotiate with them for other things. So I am going to have people starve to death. I hate that. Oh, but I have to send it coal still as well? Christ almighty, okay. Colony tension resist. Colony tension? Okay. Oh, good. It makes 66 food, and I get one spot. We're dead. That's just it. We're done for. I think it said people didn't have, homes. Yeah. Okay, so we are gonna have people starve to death in Edinburgh. There is no way around it. I can't trade for food anymore. We needed to have this whole hull plating situation sorted before the starvation began. So it's just, it's not gonna happen. Alarm, alarm. I don't like how high tension is. Okay. Oh, look at that. We know where they have these other little things now. Ah. Cool. We can't attack them now. Which is why it's letting us know about their existence. See, it says there's food. Oh, nope, nope. Scouts will die, it says. So there is food. I just have to let someone die for it. Okay. We already know those are their controlled areas. Broken mountain, broken mountain, broken... Okay, so I can't really explore without someone dying at this point. Go there, I guess. It'll open up something for us to look into. Keep it turned off. I mean, technically, there's Panacea if you wanted to feed people, you know, corpse starch, but we're kind of not going to do any of the radical stuff either. I might have forgotten to mention that. But at this rate, people are going to die, so, yeah. Oh, so... Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, I figured as much because we don't have food now. New Edinburghs? Well, I mean, yes. That's where you, this is where you live. Would you like more guns? Would this convince you to vote for me in the next election? I don't think I should be giving people guns so they vote for me. That sounds very dangerous. But they're starving, so, you know, let's give the starving mob food. I mean, guns. Oh, God. I wish it gave us, like, a stock of food. Oh! Oh, that's what happened. Some of the new Edinburgh population is not here anymore. I see. I see. That's why the numbers are suddenly very different than what they were last time. Problem is that if I build this... The problem is that the tremors are about to hit. If I build it now, it'll just get... It almost guaranteed it'll get hit. Is there any, like, food here I can send, maybe? Oh, okay, 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 okay. Hang on. Maybe I can salvage this still. Yes, 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 yes. I'm over here panicking, not noticing it's giving me a whole stockpile to use. The problem is that people could still starve because it's severe now. Happiness is a warm gun. Yeah, that's... Yeah, okay. Sure, bud. Okay, well, let's ignore the on fire ember, Edinburgh for now. Oh, I see, I see. Okay. How much do we have? It's full. Let's just do whatever's certain to them. Yay, tremors. Oh my god, that one was worse. It broke all the housing. Oh, thank god I stockpiled prefabs. Oh my goodness, that could have been disastrous. Having not had that stockpile of prefabs, that would have been disastrous. In case you're wondering, the game is forced to 1 speed while the tremor is ongoing. 86 weeks till the next one. That is a lot more time. That's a lot better than last. What is this about? Please don't be anything bad. Grim Harvest. Oh. Rebury the dead. Oh, it shook a graveyard and brought out brought out old bodies. So what, 100 heat stamps, 50 work source, squalor's slightly decreased. If I had a food district, I'd use it as bone meal. Okay, we'll take my heat stamps, I guess. So I have, what, 21 weeks here. I really need to get the fishing set up over here. 17 more heat stamps. Oh, Lockmores and Tinkers. Oh. Ooh. Hello. Relations with them worsen if you do not promote them regularly. Okay. Okay, sure. Be that way. Can I ask you for money? Thanks. Thank you, Grandma. Thanks, Ma. I'll use it wisely, I promise. Because right now, we do not make enough, anywhere near enough food to send back here. Okay, good. All right. Let's access the food deposit here now. 32,000 food gives us a little bit of time. Let me switch these around here. Trade agreement completed. Oh, I see. And it... Wow, my throat is really bad. It immediately sends those 600. I was wondering if it was going to give me the option to, like, send them or not. It makes sense that it sends them right away, though. So I need to build a dense housing block for their arrival there. God, I don't have enough of anything. God, I really don't. I know we've been ignoring research up to this point. There was just way too much to do and too much going on for me to afford to address it here. We'll get Pathfinder Scouts now and try to fix that. When do we have that fishery up? Because I need to slow down the death rate here. Oh, what do we have access to now? Oh! What? Wait, did you just give me access to everything? There's no way you did. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, there's no way you just gave me access to everything. That's way too much. Now instead of an ember pool, we must secure a stable food supply. Look, I just took the random name. I wasn't going to sit here and figure it out just yet. Increase food production to 300. Negotiate access to more food deposits. Okay. This is all just... Sorry, voice crack there. This is all just chapter 1. Unless we began chapter 2 already and I didn't notice. But I'm going to assume it's all just chapter 1 and that's really cool. Okay. Okay. I have 31 weeks now to figure this out. Very good. I figured bringing some people... Oh, right. Aurora needs coal. So I just realized if I don't send them coal, will the entire city just freeze to death now? Is that where we're at? Didn't I just send you coal? I didn't realize how much you were eating, actually. My God. Huh. Interesting. I see we get a claim of the heat, and then there's a total amount. Oh! Oh, you straight up took our generator. Like, you straight up took the generator. Including its upgrade. Which, actually, this is fantastic, though, because then I can greatly reduce the amount of coal it's consuming, because it's actually burning through coal so fast that I'm just going to give an emergency shipment of coal from New Edinburgh instead, because that looks bad. God, I have to micromanage 2 different areas now while one of the inhabitants wants to throw me off. Okay, hopefully New Edinburgh's population can recover here. Let's actually just turn this off too, then. Free up 100 people. Yeah, it turns out I actually need to warm them up, don't I? Yeah, I actually have probably way more people over here now than I needed. Well, that's okay. Wait, do I have enough room to access that? I do. How much do I need for this? It's mostly the prefabs. Everything, of course, it's prefabs. It's always prefabs.
Once again, installed a suggestion.
The sounds of chains. 2 cities, 1 generator. Many natives of Aurora are seeking asylum. They are what Lockmore's calls servants. Oh, wow. For years, rumors spread of Lockmore slavery and caste divisions. Now the truth stands at our door. Obviously, Aurora wouldn't like this. Yeah, no, let's help them. Even though it's going to cause me... Yeah, 800 Runaways from Aurora now live among us. Aurora won't like that, obviously, but we have really good relations so far, so it is something I can work with anyway. Right, we have growing crime because there are no goods here. Yeah. As if we've been able to sustain that ourselves already. Only 250. Yeah, I need to get infrastructure set up for that now, huh? More planes, more broken mountains that'll murder anyone that touches it. How long before that tech's done? 7 weeks. So maybe we don't do that just yet. Let's go there then. And save those 10 for operations that we'll need later. Oh, why are these... Oh, they're turned off because everyone got ill. Right, yeah, you couldn't work anymore. Let's shutter some of these two then. A lot of that is just illness because of the disease still. But here's hoping that recovers now. Oh yeah, these are probably pretty warm now, huh? They are. Good. Okay. Feed New Edinburgh. Transfer 300 fish food output. Keep sending for 25 weeks. Oh, we do have the Skyway, don't we? I did forget about that. I don't think I have enough to build up the network right away, though. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't have enough heat stamps. It's always heat stamps. Hey, Graham. I already asked you for money. Hey, random folk guys, brokers. Can I have a loan that I'll never repay? Give your money to the city, because by God, the city ran out again. Okay, that will increase what I can send, at least. The problem is the fishing hubs eat a lot of materials. And that's with all due maintenance, because of the difficult terrain is massively increasing it. There's a hub we could research that would help. So it wants us to send 300 food, so I need to do another negotiation then, because I need to access more food. Send that, and we're just going to work towards it right away. We're going to try to work towards it. I don't really have a lot of people right now. Could go grab more people from outside. We'll see. We will see. Meager coal mine depleted. Yep. Thought that might happen. It was useful while it lasted, though. We'll say that. Okay. I am a little worried about crime in Aurora, though. Dutiful Youth has made it stable. Okay, in that case, I'm not going to worry about it. I don't want to deactivate those because we might need to use them later. Let's shut you off temporarily because we are now losing coal. Because our generator, in case you may have missed it, is no longer efficient now. In fact, it is quite inefficient. It takes 1 coal for 2 heat. 1 coal for 2 heat. Well, we got to keep some of it, I guess. At least we got to keep some of it. God. What can I agree to do? Usability, sure, that's simple. Easy, I'll do it. Done. I just need a law that makes it less dangerous without me having to invest more manpower. That's good. Generator capacity is something we could work on. I might delay the next research bit just to save money. Well, it doesn't cost a lot, though. Which one of these gives us workforce again? Is it communal? It is communal. Yeah. Kinda need more workers. Insufficient supply of resources. Oh, I really don't want to be doing that. Why are we eating a lot more now? Ah, because we ran out of materials, right. Unmet requirements. I assume that's the materials demand, right? Because you have people. Oh no, the city, it has no coal. Oh, Aurora has no heat. Okay. So So, like, I'm now in charge of Aurora as well. I can't negotiate under these conditions. They don't want me, but they want my coal. That's all it is. They just want me for my coal. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn the, I don't have any workers. I am gonna have to turn geothermal back on, even though that is going to cause tremors more frequently. It's the only way to, like, stave off disaster right now, though. Oh, did these reactivate? Okay, that's nice. We might actually turn one off, though. To free up more people, yeah. Oh, see, I don't like... I'd rather just build another coal mine instead, honestly. The tremor damage is severe, so I'd rather just access the coal deposits more. Okay, so they're really insistent on these terms. But the problem is that I can't make goods, so agreeing to give them goods is just a terrible deal for me. All I can do is back and forth it right now. And hope that at some point they'll agree. How much time do I have for this? 87 more weeks. Cool. I have to get an agreement done. Oh, you know what? Before the cold hits, I probably should... Oh, wow, these are cold. Like, they could die right now, kind of cold. Cool. Say I should upgrade these before they freeze to death anyway. Who is against the foragers? Patrol watchtower. I don't really want to build... I'd rather build the research recovery hospital. Yeah, that one would be easier to do. Oh, boy. Well, I'm glad Captain Difficulty has its issues. It probably doesn't help that we haven't explored the Frostland as much as I'd like to, but we've been on the brink of death consistently, so... That probably doesn't help either. That did immediately give us more workers, so speaking of...
People of the city, your council has voted...
Can I ask you for money again? No. I can ask you to conserve... Well, I don't really need that now. Making the Four Fingers upset with me I don't want to do, but I am at the point where I have to ask them for something, because we're going to die otherwise. Broken Mountain won't kill us now, at least. Trying to see... That one has some food and coal. Trying to find one that'll give me a bit of both so I can use it. No. Let's hold off on that. It did agree to research recovery hospitals, so we'll at least do that. Okay, there. We finally got them to agree to something. Now I just have to actually fill up on what I agreed to. Here's hoping you can find more of that pretty fast. Good, more people walk among us. That's just what I wanted to see. Oh, it's like half of it? Weird, okay. One core, prefabs. Give me the materials, because I do actually need that right now. Really don't want to bring any of these people home. Sucks to leave them out here like this, but I really can't afford it. $168 weeks. Population also grew. I'm gonna need 2 more emergency shelters like this unless I just get rid of this. We'll use it to slow down our food issue. I guess that means, no, let's keep that down. I have too many injured people still. It is going to cause more disease, unfortunately.
Hear us first, citizen.
Okay, come on, come on. There we go. Trying to focus on these agreements right now. Oh, it's 35,000, not 25,000. Yeah, that's right. They really are squeezing us dry here, huh? And I don't even think the coal appears in my stockpile here. I'm pretty sure they leave us to freeze. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they are, but I probably shouldn't be accusing them of that now, should I? Let's see. This over here said it had food, coal, materials. We'll check that. They're both dangerous. We should try to actually build the logistics headquarters now, if I can get it done.
The Research Institute has concluded its latest task.
Should be able to move some resources around, actually. Oh, wait, no. I need those right now. There we go, there we go. Because what I'm thinking is I am just going to... I really should use the resources here, though. Yeah. Why are we alarming? Oh, because the Four Fingers are now upset. Well, it makes sense. I was taking their money. Yeah. Would you like more guns? Really should stop doing that. Really should stop doing that. Anyway. Go ahead. Let's get research moving a little faster here. Except I need the money. We do need to build a hospital of sorts. What, you know what? What do they prefer? I didn't really check that. Reason? So maybe what we'll do here is dismantle one of these and replace it. Oh, you were not upgraded for the insulation? Oh, that's bad. Oops. Wait, is there any risk with the teaching hospital?
To avoid unnecessary queuing.
No, there shouldn't be any death risks. There's the medical event, but it shouldn't cause any concerns or issues on its own that I'm not aware of. Okay, that gave us 2 more spots for it, which is good. We're gonna focus on those. Wait, both areas are growing? Wait, what? Oh, okay. That means something's gonna happen in Aurora later because they didn't really have it to where colonies grew, so that's kind of concerning. And I didn't notice that earlier when we were doing everything else. Yay. Yippee. Is there anything else I'm unaware of that I should probably be made aware of but won't be? Since we're trying to play as much of it as we can in one go. Hey, I guess let's just research generator capacity real quick. It puts the fingers in charge and... Okay, people got sick and stuff closed down. This is the wrong menu. I don't want to know what that is about now. Okay, what is it about? Off their pipes, 2 cities, 1 generator. Pry her from a heat pipe. So request instantly is have your housing districts, you have 30 weeks. So here's the problem with the quest. I've already insulated them, and I assume it was because of this district right here. Oh, we don't have a place for them to live now. Why? So I guess I gotta build 2 housing districts and just insulate them then, because quest, you know what, it's fine. It's fine. We may need those later, for all I know. We're still in the first chapter of 3. I've tried not to spoil myself too much. I just know that at some point the mountain's gonna wake up and be very angry. You know, I've seen the Steam page at least. So I know we're gonna have to pull people out. Oh yeah, can I start? I cannot, because I have not built it yet. It's a hub, right? Oh yeah, if I could stop taking the wrong menu, that'd be great. And then we just need to insulate 2 of them, and that will fix it. Okay. Very good. Very good.
Please be patient without...
I love how they got a guy to do all the generic voice lines, too, in a Scottish accent. The captain's stash, 50,000 coal, 10,000 food, 10,000 goods. Probably should have read more into that, but it's like, wow, this guy was holding out that hard on us. Let's drop this one a little. We'll go into a slight goods deficit here. Try to get more prefabs going again. Oh, good. 2 temperature drops back to back. That won't be painful at all. Fill the hole with a sin. Old burial site filled with mutilated bodies. There's no doubt they're Lockmoors. Long clash between a group of Aurora fishermen and one of our early Frostland teams returning from a difficult expedition. Requires at least 300 stockpiled heat stamps. Pay the workers who found the site to keep their mouths shut. No, let's blame the captain. It'll increase tension here for the massacre, but you know, I get the feeling if you've seen Winterhome, hushing things up, or well, lying and then having to hush up because you messed up usually ends pretty poorly. So you know, maybe we don't go down that road a second time. Yeah. Also, need to actually explore more. I love how it's got the rename. Need to build the other one still, but I need prefabs. Need everything. I really need more efficiency text too, given the circumstances. So that might be a technology to do later. Do you like merit or are you equality? You are equality, so you would not be pleased by that. By work compensation. But I do want the efficiency. Oh well. Proof generator capacity. No community can research this topic. Gee, I wonder why. No progress in this city? God, I can't imagine. Yeah, if I had researched the mandatory crowding, they'd be happier with me. Well, I mean, we have all do maintenance, so it's not that bad. Yeah, let's do it. It might struggle to pass, especially with how discontent they are. But if I don't ask them for funds anymore, they should slowly improve. First citizen elections, 30 weeks. I'm going to dismantle this deposit now. I don't want to have to expand another emergency shelter hub to it. I do need to get another salvage yard going, though. Salvage factory. But not yet. First, I need to make sure the coal mine is amply covered. God, there's way too much pausing I have to do to make sure everything's running smoothly. Okay, so it is technically not making enough food here, but hopefully passing a law or two will fix that. Is it just minor crime? Stable minor? Okay. $276 injured during exploration. Well, that's better than being dead, so I consider that a win. A mound. A caravan gave up on the trail. Doesn't... Area depends on deep scouts. They found 15,000 coal and 25,000 materials. Trapped cash. Clearly a group of people fleeing from Aurora with a sizable haul of fish they evidently stole. Oh, see, this 25,000 food would have helped a lot. But I kind of think I want to take the heat stamps now that I actually have food. That way, I actually have heat stamps to spend and don't have to break my people's bones to get money to build something. Okay, you look like another coal mine. Speaking of coal mines, let's get that set up. In fact, I know we just set that up to be protected, but I'm actually going to go ahead and take the people out of it to work elsewhere, especially now that I have something on the map to work with. Oh, I really don't want to spend 300 to bribe you. I'll just build a patrol watchtower. I'll build one. I'll be done with it.
The delegates have spoken.
Okay. How much more fish are we getting now? It's like what, 6 each probably? 9 each? Okay, that was worth it then, because that's out of 5 of them. So both of them are at least stable for the moment. Can I build it here and have that count? Probably. They didn't really specify where. Just thought I had to build one.
The delegates have reached a decision. A new law takes hold.
Okay, so what tech can we do now? Maybe labor organization? Arbitration would be easier. I could license pubs, yes. That would suppress disease a little without actually upsetting anyone. Should we build another? It's very expensive. I really shouldn't build another one. I was going to build another one of those stabilizers, but I'm going to get a salvage factory going at least so we can maybe make more goods, but more importantly, just have more prefabs. The groom, the bride, the brood, 2 cities, 1... 2 young lovers, tipped an ex-priest, chose the frozen lake as their altar, tried to marry in secret, a forefinger and a Lockmore. How Shakespearean is it before this fully turns fully Shakespearean? This needs to be taken care of. Oh my god, okay. Bless their love, it's slightly increased, condemn it publicly. Yeah, let's praise it. Blessed forbidden lovers. Colony tension is still absent, at least, but they don't like the crime that we have. Oh, that did work at least.
All city transport is running several minutes behind schedule. We appreciate...
I love it. That's like another reason for me to play this mode again, is just for the voice acting. It's the same lines, but it's a different person. So, I like that. Let's see, 20 and go scout. Okay, so how bad is this tremor going to be? Am I going to regret only having 300 prefabs? I mean, I'm making 40 a week now, so it's okay. Yeah, that's a problem. So if you're cold, I have exciting news. We've just invested into a brand new lava pool. Yeah, this is going to hurt. That's like screenshot worthy right there. Absolutely brilliant. want to build a big city now and have it shoot. The volcano has erupted, spewing tons of ash into the air. Volcanic night darkens the land. People panic and turn to crime. Another eruption is certain. New Edinburgh is doomed. Only Aurora is safe. So, hey, 2 achievements. Assure no one dies during tremors in New Edinburgh and remain in power until the mountain awakens. I see we're no longer worried about supplying this place with food. Volcano erupts in 80 weeks. 80 weeks? Good news though. Good news. It is now a delicious 4 degrees Fahrenheit. Minus 4 degrees Fahrenheit, to be precise here. So at least it's doing what I hoped. There is so much lava around us that it's nice and warm. Oh, wait. Oh. The map. Oh no, the map. Oh no. Well, look, if it's going to be giving us basically free warmth, I am going to at least drop these to their minimum. To keep them warm, because, you know, supplies, duh. We need to research the evacuation hub. So obviously this is an emergency, and an emergency means we're rushing the researchers again. And I'm guessing we need to actually set up the evacuation hub in order to evacuate. Duh. Oh, yeah, because the volcanic night probably makes it a little... I'm guessing I can't just send people anyway, because Aurora won't let me. Well, are you willing to negotiate, Aurora? We have a problem on our hands. Can I have more land? Definitely not because of a explosion nearby or anything like that. I'll probably want some of these supplies later, but I'm going to try to preemptively open up more territory because, yikes. Oh, yeah, let's have a vote while the volcano's going off in the background. I can't see this going wrong. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you money this time because if we're dead, I don't actually have to. And if we make it the next 20 weeks, I guess I will.
The boats are in. The measure passes.
That must suck. You can finally get your pub licensed after the volcano has started erupting. It's like, yeah, great. I have my pub, except everything is on fire. Oh, you could procure food this whole time? Oh, I didn't notice that. I could have teed stamps to food. Hmm. That would have been nice. Oh. Fast forward is unavailable during tremors. 2,800 lives saved. And it hit all the housing districts. Beautiful. Researchers are no longer rushed. It's just disrupting us at every turn. Okay, that's good. Send resources. So, I just realized if we need to evacuate, that means I need to severely build this up. The good news is I have access to a good deal of territory now. It also means we're going to need more of these later. So yeah, housing just became a massive need here. I'm going to need a teaching hospital to deal with the dense housing districts. Yikes. This just got scary for all these poor pups involved, huh? I am glad that everything is nice and warm. You know what? I just realized... Is that what the double temp drop was? It was meant to be like a fake out to mess with me. So we technically got the achievement for having no one die in the scenario, at least up to a certain point. I get the feeling there's more to it than that, though. We've gotten this far without anyone dying, so let's keep going. Good news. The volcano will erupt before the next tremor. Bad news, we'll all be dead by then. Do I need to build like several of these or just one? It says build at least one, so I'm gonna build 2, and then we're gonna see before I throw more resources at the wall, because I only have so much.
A new council session.
Freight docks could help. Look, I know the volcano's going off, but someone's got to do research around these parts. Maybe improve generator capacity, because I get the feeling we're gonna need it later on. Yeah, I don't have the money to give them now. I'm going to have to ask it from someone else. Shadows and torches, the volcanic night. A massive series of processions akin to traditional guising. They wear masks as they march with lit torches and other ancestral forms of warding off ill. Temporarily losing. If allowed, the festivity lasts 20 weeks. I'm gonna have to forbid it, even though it causes tension. Because I would rather focus on the impending doom over New Edinburgh. It really is just Winterhome all over again. So, okay. We evacuate them by air. And what they need to eat, they need each tick. Oh my god, the prefabs. And it takes, what, a week for each one? Okay. Okay, alright. Yeah, it's a good thing we built two then, because it's going to take time. Abandoned coal mine. Give me the prefabs, because apparently that's what we're going to need now. You know what? We'll come back to the coal mine later. We'll come back to that later. I don't need that right now. Let's fill that out a bit. I wonder how Aurora feels about this. Probably not good, but oh well. And then, how many people does it evacuate? 1,000 each. Okay. 1,000 each. Got it, got it. What is causing squalor? Oh. Volcanic night. Fair enough, I guess. I am gonna have to address that later. Not now, though. Turn that off, turn this on, give people housing. Yeah, look, the brokers aren't gonna get their money anytime soon. We got a much bigger issue. They kind of need to be alive so they can get their money later. Let's leave the coal, because I have plenty of coal to actually use right now. I need to make sure I have a good chunk of frost teams. How long does the evacuation take? 10 weeks? Oh, 10 weeks. Okay. Okay. How much can I get if we start dismantling the stabilizer? You know what? Just turn it off. Just turn it off. Okay. We have the Civil War theme playing now because everyone's going to die. I know I keep stressing about the whole dying part. Well, we really are going to die if this continues. How many are we making? 56. That is not enough. Don't even have the people to work it. Jeez. Let's not rely on the coal mine then. Pack rats. Marble bust. Oh, each evacuation process require more workforce. We have the workers. If it just needs to double the evacuation hubs, that's fine. I can work with that. That part I can work with. First bit have arrived in Aurora. We're gonna need to start getting prefabs built here. We should think about dismantling stuff in Aurora, in New Edinburgh, actually. Since we're going to be evacuating from here anyway, we can use that to grab some prefabs. I said I wouldn't dismantle that one, though. God, the tremor at the same time, Jesus. think I can... Would dismantling this give me anything? A lot, actually, yeah. Some people might get upset about it, but we're evacuating, so just deal with it. The Lost Flock. Regardless of your choice, dispatch emergency evacuation. Ah, I don't have any... Wait, what? Wait, I see that I have 10 Frostland teams up there, and it says I require 5. Why is it bugging? No, are we serious? I have 10 right here. Did it just time out? Okay, hang on. I didn't want to do this, but it says that we need 5 Frostland teams, and in the top right, it says I have 10. So, we're going to reload really quickly to the autosave that's 17 weeks behind. Because I feel like I'm being cheated out of that, and I don't like that. And we've come this far with no deaths. I don't want to get cheated out of it by a singular event. That would just grind my gears. Is it maybe... Oh, you know what? We have 10 in Aurora. I wonder if it was miscounting the location, maybe? I doubt that, though. But let's do our little dismantling plan a little sooner, since we already talked about it, and we already know what we're going to need. Not that I mean to cheat the poor game like this, but also, what do you mean I didn't have teams when I had teams? I'm very upset by this game. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. If it's bugged regardless, and I'm going to have people die no matter what I do, then I guess it's just, I have to suck it up and deal with it. But here's hoping that won't be the case. One thing I'd like to get built ahead of time is that I'm going to need a goods factory here. Regardless of what we intend to do. We are going to forbid this as before. And then I guess maybe we just don't do the explorations either for now. We just wait. Because maybe it bugged out on us. Maybe it was the timing and we got very unlucky at the last second. But I saw that we had 10 and it said we needed 5. Maybe it meant that we needed 5 more. Which I could see. That's 2,000. Dismantle that. Do we have any materials here? We do. Not a lot. Oh well. If it rolls it again and they die, I'll just deal with it at that point then. It'll suck, but I'll just suck it up. A tremor 1 week before the evacuation needs to finish. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna leave all of you over here. Yeah, just leave all of that. Leave it all. Although, I do feel justified in not bringing extra people here now. Because imagine if we had even more people to evacuate. Goodness. Evaluate each case. Oh, get you food going. Okay, yeah, that's what I was worried about, is that now that it has a lot more people here, it doesn't have the food, but that's why we made the deal ahead of time. In fact, maybe I should make another deal with them while I still have my resources. Oh, I can't ask for any more land. Okay, we're at our capacity, land-wise, so we basically have our whole evacuation point opened up now. Cool. Cool. This is gonna be a problem. Okay. Build the waste repurposing facility. It'll give us a bit of materials here, but also it will help the situation out. Try to just slow the bleeding there. Alrighty. Okay, so I'm gonna save real quick because the event just popped again. That has to be the event. Okay, none 3. We'll just go with that. Okay, there we go. See, now it says -5 Frostland teams. When I noticed that we had 10 over here. It doesn't seem like it even took them. I think either we got the 10 right as the event. Oh, wait. I don't know. I'm a little miffed about it, but it's okay. Okay, so that brings us to, obviously, no employed. We're going to just start turning off various buildings here where we can. It is going to pretty much slow any research to a crawl. But I assure you right now, the last thing that we're worried about is research. Oh my god, research really is at a crawl. Can we turn something else off, maybe? Yeah, that'll work. Oh, we still need to send food. Well, actually, I could just send the food more directly. Yeah. Doesn't have to strictly be sent there. Let's... God, this is not a lot of materials, is it? Is that the only material deposit we have access to? Yikes. That's not going to end well. Okay. At least we have the prefabs. But I have to do like 8 more evacuation runs. Jesus. Uh-oh. Pressure by guards, not soldiers or weaponry. Unending darkness is putting the city of crime. Many homes are being stormed by bands of drifters. I need weapons and platoons, of which I have neither. So it is going to spike crime, it says. No weaponry for self-defense. Well, you know what we could do? Just start dismantling a bunch of these, because again, we are evacuating. We're not coming back here ever. So we can dismantle some of these for resources, but also deploy something to deal with crime. And maybe the growing squalor could be dealt with a little bit too. What else is increasing it? Just the volcanic night. I have to remember to dismantle those before we leave, or else we're going to lose cores. Hide and seek. Ah, are we kidding? Another event that causes death if you don't have guards? Families visibly leave evacuation hubs. Trust falls slightly. Is that going to actually cause deaths, though? You said it... Okay, so... Apparently there are just these events where you had to build up for... It's the one thing I think I dislike, is when those events pop up and you have no way to know. So, like, you're just guaranteed the worst of the two results. Like, the event where we needed weapons or a platoon. We didn't go the war route, so we didn't get them. And what's worse is I was even building the patrol watchtower, so we got cucked out of it by, like, a week before it would have been done. Maybe it's a bit of a cop-out, but I feel like getting this far with no casualties, I want to see it to the end. Also, I think I need to build a 5th evacuation hub at this point. Yeah, definitely. Actually, maybe not. Reduce that one there. Turn that one off, yeah. I feel bad for doing the reloads, mind you, but yeah, I'm just gonna take this very seriously now. In fact, I should have just done that from the start with the prison wardens. Oh, in fact, you know what? I actually would have... yeah, I see. Okay, fair enough. Goodness. I feel bad for doing the reloads twice now, and I was like, we're gonna do it first try, we're not gonna need anything. It's like, well, everything's exploding. So, yeah. Oh, anyway, the brokers wanted their money, right? Yep, here you go. Have fun. Pending Doom, Faction, Squalor. It's mainly that Squalor from the Volcanic Knight. It's still growing. Problem is I need a lot more than I would like. Is there anything else I can dismantle? I just don't have the workers. I guess... evacuation hubs are eating it all is why. Let's just dismantle this one at this point, regardless of what it gives or not. Uh, 400 workforce. Trying to just, like, contain the Squalor a little bit. Because it's just causing more problems. Send out first evacuation transport. I mean, we kind of already did that. Both risky and safe evacuation.
Will be penalized.
Not sure why it's telling me to send out the first evacuation transport, because we have sent out thousands already. Oh. Many evacuees will die en route. Jesus. I hope we don't auto-fail just because it's expecting us to do something that we already did. That would be really problematic. Oh, tentatively extracting generators. Core moving this equipment will release a massive surge of underground pressure, pushing the volcano into a full devastating eruption. Certain death for anyone still in the city! So, how long would that take? 30 weeks? Moving the core shortly after the operation is complete. Well, as long as I initiate it with like 32 weeks to go, we'll be fine. Yeah, I think 4 is the most that we can do here. That last one is just a waste. All missing children have been found by our guards. Man, that volcanic night is awful. Okay. These don't give much, but they give something at least. Let's give us some workers again. If we dismantle all of that, at least gives us a bunch of prefabs to use. I feel like damage from Squall is the worst of our concern, the least of our concerns, not the worst right now. Right, I just dismantled the thing that gives me Frostland teams, and I need Frostland teams for the evacuation. I'm so smart. Evacuate all citizens, leaving only the skeleton evacuation crew. Will those people survive, or will they die? That's what I would like to know.
The generator has ceased to provide heat. We all hope this will change.
Yeah, the generator heat thing. Why is it not letting me send coal? Because I have no access to coal here. Okay, well that's extremely problematic. I'll have to wait for this for a few weeks and then switch it over, I guess. Angry little errors. Offensive graffiti. Retaliate. No. Make it educational. Sorry, but I like that one. Angered by the humiliation. Well, it's not my fault. Ooh. Yeah, I don't have enough food for the evacuation now if that continues. Okay. How much will we get out of this? The core is obviously in the prefabs. Yeah, let's do it now. I have to start the process. I don't have enough time. Yeah, I mean we're basically riding on as little time left as we can. Okay. I wish I could send coal, but I have to wait for this to finish. Oh, good, it finally got colder. How nice. There we go. $101 of coal. That's not a lot, but it's something we can utilize. Oh, I turned it back off. I just walked over and turned up the generator, looked at the Aurora, and was like, yeah, you gonna do something about it? Yeah, throw me out a window, that's what they'll do. So I don't want to alarm anyone, but I don't think we can make enough fish to feed all these people. Shelter issues aside, we may have another problem. Yeah. Okay, really need more food to be sent over here. Well, no, I don't want I shouldn't have the food situation deteriorate negatively. That wouldn't be good. But I don't think I have enough food in general. That shut down. Oh, yeah, that killed the food stockpiles there. Uh-oh. I don't have the food to continue evacuations beyond what we've already done. Boiling tension in 40 weeks. Well, in 30 weeks, the city won't exist, so... yeah. Right, we're not making prefabs anymore. You know what? I don't care if they're going to get upset with me. I'm dismantling the geothermal. Doesn't matter if they're going to get upset about it. There's no time for that discontent. It's just like Winterhome all over again, where you're dismantling everything so you can get out. I don't think I'm going to have enough time for these evacuations.
Fill out your housing application as...
Okay. I have to do 3 more evacuations to get this done. I have enough for 2. Let's fill it up on the other item at least. $45 weeks. I assume they're all upgraded at this point. Except that one, obviously. make more room. I swear, if it fails me on that, because it's like, hey, you haven't sent the first one, when I've evacuated most of the city, I'm gonna be livid. Someone's gonna be very... It's gonna be hearing quite the complaint. Yeah, we're about to be out of materials now. I just realized without materials, we may have experienced shutdowns. There we go. How long does that buy us? 20 weeks? That's long enough. I think I can just barely get the evacuation here. Problem is I need Frostland teams. They're already doing the evacuations. The other ones there. Oh, did I not expand this? I forgot to expand it when we reloaded, yep. Okay. I gotta do this then. Okay. We got this, we got this. We have 14 weeks, it'll be fine. Send evacuation airship, abandoned coal mine, expand logistics. Murdered by violent criminals. Oh, come on, really? Because the patrol watchtower. Oh, really? 27 deaths? You know what? I'm just gonna go with it at this point. We've reloaded too many times. I'm not gonna overstress about it because I'm gonna tear my hair out if I do. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We're just gonna have to deal with it. That's the last evacuation. 27 deaths in the evacuation. If there's an achievement for doing this without any deaths on like Stuart, I'm gonna be upset that I just had a random criminal bout mess it up. That'll be so disappointing. There's gonna be one, isn't there? I just know it. Oh well. Is it falling at least? Yes. We can also start redirecting this here. I don't need to send that much food anymore. And 11 unhoused citizens. Okay, 38 then. Well, we gave it our best shot to have it completely deathless. Way ahead of you. Evacuate everybody and everything valuable before the final eruption. Look, I'm upset about those 38 deaths. But I think we did a pretty good job on Captain Difficulty. Okay, so what is up next? Because I doubt the game's just going to end there.
The moment I'm gone, Aurora will stab you in the back.
Was that all just chapter 1?
Driven by desperation and hunger, you will have no choice but to cut a deal with them. Emboldened and greedy, they will keep making demands till they have you feed their fish with the guts of my generator. And when the mountain eventually awakes, and you are forced into exodus, you will seek refuge in their arms. I had a dream, citizen. Is this yours?
No, because 38 people died, and I feel bad about it. The crime spiked because we didn't have goods, but also because we didn't have the patrol guards anymore, or the prison. A Dream of Unity. It's a market day in New Aurora. The year is 1959. People browse through wares and mingle. Wow, how long has it been? The entire city flocking to Everpool. But time heals all wounds. Over the years, both sides of the law can realize that they shared more than a generator. They shared a past. And so they chose once more to share a future. A sprout in the ashes. The old captain was wrong. Oh, wait, is that it? Oh, that is it. I was like, oh, God, is this going to continue further? No, the evacuation was the end bit there. Oh, no. I'm going to have to check the achievements after this, the hidden achievements, and see if we did. If we did just barely, miss it. So that was our little ending cinematic there. I kind of clicked through it because I thought we had more to go through. But that evacuation had me stressed. Oh, God, but if that means there was an achievement to have no deaths throughout the whole thing, and I flipped it at the end, I'm going to have to load an autosave and actually try to do it then at the last moment, because that would mean that we failed at the very last moment. Oh, God. But, putting that aside, that was a fun DLC. It was only a couple 100 weeks long, but that is well in line with A New Home, the original scenario. Oh, I said A New Home, that's Frostpunk 1, but basically the New London scenario for Frostpunk 2. It is a bit shorter than it, but they're meant to be a couple 100 weeks at most. They're not meant to be any longer than that. And we only did one of two main paths there. We did diplomacy instead of war. War would be the alternative of actually attacking Aurora, building the platoons and the weapons and taking them over. Although I was kind of wondering if we were going to get a chapter segment where we had to kind of bind the new city of Aurora together, even though the Lockmores and Four Fingers were probably going to be at each other's throats. I thought we were going to have kind of like that of trying to prevent a civil war from breaking out. I actually thought we were on the first chapter the whole time with the cinematics of the eruptions and everything. I wasn't really certain if we had gone on to another chapter or not. But that's probably the one thing I would say they could have added if they wanted to make it longer, was even if it was short, trying to balance the needs of a suddenly enlarged colony that suddenly became a city, as basically all of New Edinburgh evacuated to it. But I think for a first-time go, getting only 38 deaths on Captain difficulty and doing 2 reloads because of events that require... Well, the first reload, I'm going to say, was bugged. We had 10 Frostland teams, and we needed 5, and it said we didn't have them. But I saw the number 10 in the background there, and right after we clicked off the event, we had 10. But that second event with the guard squad, I would say that was kind of on me. The isolation... The prison had been understaffed. We didn't deploy them. We didn't build any of the patrol watchtowers in the city on the first go. So I would say that was kind of my fault. So that second reload was a bit of a cheap shot, but I feel like the first one was against a bug. Still, that was fun. I am very happy that when the volcano went off, the temperature did reset. Now, I think in the long run, the temperature would get worse since the volcanic ash would reflect sunlight, but I guess sun's already having trouble reaching the planet to begin with. But you have all this fascinating lava right next door now to heat things up. Although, it is actually probably good to see that a volcano is still erupting in the world of Frostpunk, because that at least means the magnetic core of the Earth and all of its activity is still functional. It's still alive, it's still working. Oh, if it wasn't, I guess everyone would have died, but the idea up there is that since the mantle is still bursting out lava, you could say the Earth is at least still alive. And it said there near the end that they had found a sprout at the ruins of New Edinburgh decades later in 1959, which at least means because of the volcanic ash, the fertile soil, and presumably the elevated temperature in the area around it because of the lava for a good deal of time, there is some plant life trying to regrow there. I don't think it'll last long, mind you. Oh, testers. But it is just one of those good little stories. I think this also means, of course, we got the best possible end for the game. The whole city of New Edinburgh was evacuated. Casualties were very minimal. Tension with the colony of Aurora was low, and we did it diplomatically, so there just wasn't that much of a tense point in the long run. Judging by the end point, which you can go back to and read, because I didn't read every sentence there, there is initially tension for the first couple of years, but thanks to how we handled things, it looks like that tension eventually dissipates, and it does become a bit of a united city around the generator once more. And my guess here is that by evacuating with the core of the generator, obviously they then use the parts of the generator that were brought to Aurora to rebuild it and continue the functionality of the generator. But it's also interesting they were able to successfully successfully extract the core. I wonder if it would fully work at the exact same spot, though. U.S. Geological Survey. Oh. I guess they got information. Man, there's a lot of credits here. They had a lot of information put into this. Okay. I don't want to skip it now because we've gone this far. I mean, like, we've gone this far. We're at the huge name text. You know, you can skip ahead to, like, the end of whenever there's no more credits. I'll probably be on the main menu at that point, but I think we're at the end of it. But overall, I'd say it was a nice DLC. I think it would be cool to see some of the new stuff in the DLC added into the Utopia. Now, I know you can do Volcanic Night as kind of a mid-game crisis, instead of it where you'll have to deal with a Volcanic Night for a separate time with the squalor spikes and everything, and I guess some of the panic events. But I would think it'd be really cool if colonies could start growing, if you gave them permission to, like how it was growing in Aurora. Or, add tension between colony and city, because right now you can build a bunch of tension buildings in the colonies and it does nothing. You can spam like 50,000 stimulant manufactories or dense housing that's causing tension in a colony, and it will do nothing. The tension will eventually turn the colony red, but you don't actually get any penalties from it, so you can kind of jump over it. But that's just me. I just want the game being even bigger. I'm the one who built a city with 1.3 million people in it, so of course I'm trying to grow it even bigger until the game engine dies again. I will admit, I was kind of hoping that we would get the same ending cinematic or a very similar one that we got with New London. I liked that one. It wasn't too much, but I just really liked having it, and I was kind of hoping we'd get that for this too. I understand why we didn't. We at least got an end event that gave us our ending, so to speak. But man, it would have been really good. I can't imagine the workforce danger of building a generator city right next to a volcano. Well, I guess it wasn't active at the time, but they must have known it could eventually erupt, given the active geothermal springs that were around it. Is there any you know what, while the it's gonna cut out the music here, but while it is doing the cinematic in the background really quick, I am just gonna check the achievements list right quick. Oh my god, there is pure dead brilliant. Finish the breach of trust scenario without any deaths on at least Stewart. So the random death by violent criminals and then the unhoused citizens because I wasn't paying attention to Aurora at the very end made me fail an achievement that has 0.0% on Steam right now. Are you... Well, I know what I'm going to do, what I'm going to reload and do really quick. It won't be in the video, of course, but I'm going to reload and solve that really fast. So I guess the video title would be like only 38 deaths. Which, hey, double-digit deaths, not bad. And we only got messed up at the end because statistics. Ugh. So I cannot believe that. So What other achievements is there that we could have gotten that we didn't get? Well, one of them is to conquer Aurora without losing a battle, which obviously, yeah. There's not really anything else, actually. The only one is to get reviled level of trust and then win the next election, which it really would just be very easy to do on, like, citizen or soldier difficulty. Knock yourself down to reviled by doing a bunch of stuff people hate, and then bribe them all into voting for you anyway. I'm very surprised by the length of the credits. You don't really watch credits after playing a game, though. Most people don't. But it is nice to see them there. And I just like the games, the Frostpunk games, so much that I want to at least watch it. What could be done differently for it? What could be better about the new scenario? We actually didn't explore the entire Frostland in this, but I guess on Captain difficulty, sometimes you have to sacrifice various regions. I wasn't going to collect the coal or set up the other coal mine because my assumption at the time was that we were going to have to then survive with just Aurora. And I was trying to ensure that I had the resources to survive just Aurora for however long it was going to be. I thought it was going to do that whole thing where Aurora was now the city with everything in it. Because it seemed like that might be the way it was going to go, and I was kind of hoping it was going to go that way. But I guess what Chapter 1 was building up all the way to sending the generator parts or fully conquering Aurora. And then I guess Chapter 2 was actually accessing Aurora, building up what we needed there to sustain New Edinburgh for food. And then Chapter 3 was the evacuation. And just like Winterhome, we partially supplemented the evacuation by dismantling over half the city. But that's kind of how you had to do the Winterhome scenario, especially on the harder difficulties. You had to basically break half the city down as time went on, just to have the resources to keep things going, because you didn't have the people anymore. Although in Winterhome, you couldn't evacuate everyone. Some people had to stay behind, even in the best ending scenario. In New Edinburgh, you can at least evacuate everyone, because the only thing that remains behind after that is the skeleton crew that's taking out the generator core, who presumably are then able to get out, because if they don't get out, then you didn't get the generator core, obviously. Two different Lucas. Murkowski. Look, I've run out of dialogue options. Like, it's been exhausted. I don't know the credit. Man, these credits. I think this is this longer than the credits for a New London? I don't think so. I don't remember what that was. I remember streaming a Captain difficulty run of that on Twitch. Back when I started streaming, I did Twitch first, and then I did some YouTube videos with Frostpunk in between on YouTube. And then I just kind of moved over to YouTube for streaming and videos at the same time. And that just kind of felt better. Also, I didn't like the constant mid-roll ads that Twitch would always play in between the videos and stuff. That's why I don't do mid-roll ads on the YouTube videos. I try not to do any of them. If there are any mid-roll ads on my videos, I haven't caught it, and I need to be told that it's there so I can get rid of it. But I feel like if you're going to sit here and watch a several-hour video, you should only have to watch one ad. Like one ad, one set of ads, and then you get to watch the whole video, and if you get to the end and you liked it, you could watch the ad that's at the very end just to help out that YouTuber a little more. I don't like the idea of, hey, you want to watch this 3-hour video? Here's 15 ads that you're going to have to watch throughout the whole thing. Well, this day and age, it's usually a group of 15 groups of ads that each have at least 2 ads, so you're actually watching 30 ads at that point. And they all usually are higher volume than the video you're watching, which is ridiculous because you're already listening to it at the volume that you like. You don't need an ad to play that's suddenly 30% louder than the video you were watching. I really don't like that. I have a big gripe about those because I've had a couple of moments where the ad played much louder than the video, and I had to take my headphones off because it was screeching in my ear because it had jumped so much higher out of nowhere. So that was very unfun. And it's a part of the reason why, even though I could make more money with mid-roll ads, I choose not to because I think it's a negative experience. Technically, I could have no ads on any of my videos, but I also need money, and any of the money I make from these videos either goes to the computer or goes to groceries, even though my full-time job is what sustains me. Like the couple $100 I've earned so far on YouTube over the course of a year and a half, coming up on 2 years later this year, pretty much all of that has gone straight to food and like one set of RAM stick upgrade. That was it. Mostly been food, really. But it works. Evolve PR. Oh, Evolve PR. Hey, I know the... I was going to say I know those folks. Well, not really. I don't know those folks, but I got a key from them before for the altars, which is why I had access to it and was able to do recordings for it before release. I really should go back and finish that game. I technically had another video on the altars. It just never got published because there was no sound for 3 hours. I had done 3 hours of gameplay on it, had gotten to the last area with surprises. There it is. There's the achievement for finishing the scenario. And found out I had no recording at all. Okay, so I am going to end the video here. I'm not going to tear you through me actually doing this with no deaths. I'm gonna accept my fault, and we're going to live with it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you had fun. That was the Breach of Trust DLC scenario. A new home. Chat. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you next time.